To God be the glory. Respected Reverend Dr. Rustam Kaiser Hind Jeffrey, D.D., PhD, Advisor and International Mission Director. And I'm reading Pastor's writing. Today is 80, portion 80. Revelation 1, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the word of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. I'm very sorry. I can't speak very loud because I'm having a flu. I'm sorry. The timeline of the prophetic ages 312 to 600 AD. So when a Constantine became an emperor of the Rome, he became the virtual ruler of the Western world. As the self-styled protector of the Christian faith, he issued on an edict of the tolerance of the Christianity and showed on the Christian church. The government provided money for the operation for the church, and many of the pagan temples were taken over by Christians. To please the emperor, these leaders adapted customs that were be parallel to pagan practices. One compromise inevitably leads to another, and what seems to at the start to be a great blessing ended up and a great curses. During the succeeding 3 centuries of this period, many anti-Christian practices of a pagan origin were be adapted with be robbed the church of its fire and its evangelistical favor. Pagan practices introduced into the church. The influence of the paganism of the church increased over the year. Step by step, the church began to be showed itself in a mystery and the ritualism that had a strong resemblance to a Babylonian mysticism. The Gandalian Tobo, what was that be? Evolution of the large T on the end of that pole was be changed to the sign of the cross. The following is a practical partial list of the unscriptural changes introduced during the age. Gradually, these changes become more prominent than the original teaching of Christianity. Bishop Evans Year, Bishop Marcellinus, pray for the dead. Events, pray for the dead. Year 300 AD. Do, a bishop is a do, making the signs of the cross. Events is a making the signs of the cross. Year 300 AD. Damascus's eye, worship of the saints and angels, is a 375 AD. Siricios, Mass first instituted 394 AD. Celestine, worship of Mary began 431 AD. Symmachus, priest began to dress differently 500 AD. John the First, extreme unction 526 AD. Gregory I, doctrine of a purgatory introduced 503 AD. Bishop Do, worship service conducted in Latin 600 year is a 600 AD. Bishop Do, prayers direct to Mary 600 AD. Post-millennialism introduced the blessed doctrine of the imminent return of the Christ exposed by the church of the first 3 centuries, producing on an evangelistic, consecrated, fervent church, began to change when Christianity was made the state religion. As the big church became the rich and powerful, it was be suggested that the world was getting better and better. The Christian's kingdom was be already ushered in, and that he would come all the end of the thousands of years reign. This demanded an interpretation of the status of Israel was which was accomplished by suggesting that Israel had been cast off forever, and the promises of Israel now appeal to the church. Now until 1400 years later, was the coming of the Jesus Christ re-emphasized, and with it came a return to ever evangelistic favor. Whenever a local church or denomination has been mentioned, a strong emphasis on the second coming of our blessed Lord, it has been on evangelistic missionary sending station. Where this doctrine has been neglected, the church has become cold, indifferent, and worldly and worldly. Thank you very much. May God bless you all richly. Teresa signing off. Amen.